Hi guys, welcome to my channel. It's your girl Nisi again, and I'm here with something kind of interesting. But then before we get into it, you know the right thing to do. But in case you want me to remind you, the right thing is please subscribe, please hit the like button, please share the videos, okay? Thank you very much. I would really appreciate it. And don't forget to comment. Hey, it's very encouraging when you do that. So today I'm going to be talking about how to keep the privates clean. Now I know a lot of you have your minds in the gutters, but yeah, whatever. It's a combination. Maybe I might surprise you. Who knows? So I'm going to start with the vaginas and the dicks. Okay. So let's say as a woman, whether you are circumcised or not, you should be able to learn how to keep your private part clean, your vagina clean. And I know a lot of people be like, I take my shower, I don't know what to use. Some people are asking questions like, should I use a fem wash? If I don't use a fem wash, I don't feel clean. If I don't use hot water, I don't feel clean. If I don't do A, B, C, D and that, I don't feel clean. But actually, in the real sense, you just have to do what is hygienic for you, because whatever that you do, if it is not hygienic, it's going to cause a big problem for you. So you could actually have an infection. A yeast infection can actually be gotten from from actually using products with so much chemicals in them. So if you're wondering the easiest ways on how to keep your vagina clean, you see, you have to use warm water. If you're in a place where you don't have warm water, you can use cold water, it's still fine. But you have to, you see, your fingers, you have to make sure that you put your fingers adequately in between your lips, the lip of your vagina, and make sure that you remove every residue from the discharges that you might have as a woman around inside the lips. So where the corners of the lips are, where the how do I explain it? So the lip is inside, so you need to like wash out all those places. You like put your finger not inside the vagina, because the vagina cleanses itself by itself, and when it cleanses itself, it brings out that dirt. So now if you're unable to wash inside the lip of the vagina, like underneath the lip, and make sure that you remove all that dirt, it tends to make your vagina to smell. And also, for the men, whether you're circumcised or not, you must also learn how to wash your dicks. A lot of men just take a shower and they don't really pay attention to that. Yes, there are men that smell. So you have to learn how to, if you're not circumcised, you must actually learn to move back the skin on your dick and make sure that you wash it properly with warm water until there is no atom of slime or anything like that. Because when you have maybe a little bit of pre-cum, or maybe you masturbated, or your dick has been in your pants for the whole day, it gets sweaty and then it starts to smell. So you must also learn to like wash your dick properly, wash around the balls very well to keep it clean. Now that's just the outside. On the inside, you need to learn how to eat proper diets, proper foods that will help you, because there are people that are heavy smokers and heavy drinkers, and that also tends to affect the smell or the freshness or the hygiene down there. So what you need to do is that you should learn to incorporate natural sweets like sugar cane. You can also learn to incorporate yogurt, plain yogurt to be precise. You see, shower shops too, they are very good, so because it's very creamy. You should also learn to incorporate fruits are very healthy, not just for your health, but it also keeps you clean and smelling fresh from inside out. So it's very, very important for you to make sure that you eat the proper things to help you clean. Like you can also have honey is good. You can also have dates are good. You can have watermelon, pineapples. You can also have wild nuts, that's very good also. So all of these things, they help to actually really like clean you from the inside. But then when it cleanses you from the inside, don't forget that washing all the dirt, all the things that has been removed from the inside out. Don't forget that removing them nicely and cleanly away from your parts helps it to, smell fresh, and also helps you to feel confident, because without a clean private part, how are you going to be confident? You can't be confident. Then also that's for the private parts, right? Then I'll go to keeping your heart and your mind clean. Now, how do you do that? This is a new year, and a lot of people like to make new year resolutions, but I prefer to suggest that people see New Year's as an opportunity to start a new life, to start all over again, an opportunity to make something new. It doesn't mean that everything you've done in the past is just going to go away, but it means that you have a new opportunity to make new choices, to meet new people, and to be able to relieve some moments, or not, I wouldn't say relieve, but let me just say create some livable moments. Now, your mind and your heart, they are very important. You need to guard it with your life. For example, you guard your mind with the kind of people that you let through into your life. Like, you can't just meet anybody nowadays and just let them into your life as friends or as partners or whatever it is that they may be. People are very good at pretending, and people are very good at taking advantage of other people and trying to ruin them. So you have to guard your heart protectively. You have to guide your mind from the things that you hear. Now, how do you protect yourself from people that come into your heart or come into your life and just destroy it? When they start to feed you with things, that's, they are feeding your mind with unnecessary, with unnecessary things, with pretense, with fakeness. You have to make sure that you can differentiate between a real person and a fake person. And you need to also learn to train your mind to only focus on things that are important, on things that matters the most, on things that will build you and not break you. You shouldn't let your mind to wander away into things that are vain, into things that are just going to destroy you. For instance, competition. You don't need competition in your life. The competition, there's healthy competition and there is unhealthy ones. So you need to be able to separate that, and you need to teach yourself the kind of stuff you should listen to and the kind of stuff you should watch. I think that helps with cleansing the soul. So when you listen to educative things, when you listen to things that will uplift you, you start to get rid of all those dirt, all those nastiness that other people have brought into your lives. Hey, it's not just only partners that come into people's lives and ruin them. You can also make wrong friends who just come into your life just to rip off you, because they know that you're a good person and they know that you will give an arm for them. So you don't need to be wasting your energy on people like that. So you're supposed to keep your heart afloat, keep your mind afloat, and only focus on things that will build you. Even your fun, even the things that you feed your mind on for fun shouldn't just be things that would distract you from your purpose or lead you into problems, because there are a lot of people that get into serious problems because they just want to have fun and stop being serious for once. Yeah, you can always have problems, you can always have fun, without getting into problems once you do it maturely. And you cannot do it if you do not feed your mind with what is going to help you to move on in life. Then I would go to the eyes. You see, the eyes, they say, is the window to the soul, right? So they are the windows to the soul. You need to you need to make sure that whatever you want your eyes to see, it should be something that would not destroy you. Because when your eyes sees things, then your eyes gives your brain or your mind the kind of things that it needs to start to imagine, imagine unnecessary things. So you need to be disciplined enough to say, I'm going to watch this, I am not going to watch this. Oh, if I see this, I know my weaknesses. Maybe looking at this person or that thing or whatever is going to cause me to be some type of way, to start to have low self-esteem. It's going to cause me to start to become desperate. It's going to cause me to start to do things that are inappropriate for myself just because I want to be like someone else. It's good to have a role model. It's good to have people that you admire and people that you look up to, but you need to be able to discipline yourself and teach yourself and say, this year or from this moment of my life, this brand opportunity that I've been given to live again, I would use it to be able to do the right things always. Doing the right thing always doesn't always have to be fun. So if your eyes are clean, then you don't have to think about, and you actually, it reduces that negativity that comes to you. So use your eyes for something that is much more important. Don't use your eyes to be a pervert. Don't use your eyes to look at people who have destroyed their lives and feel like, oh well, I want to be like them. Let your eyes guide you. So you need to be able to keep that clean so that you can be able to focus. You also need to keep your legs clean. Now, you know that I don't mean that in the real sense, but I do mean that in the sense that wherever you go, what kind of places do you take yourself to? Do you just go anywhere that if anybody just comes to you and say, hey, let's go here, do you just get up and just go? That is a very good question that you should ask yourself. You must learn to teach and discipline your feet and say, no, these feet, these legs, they are not just going to get up and go with just anybody. It must have a purpose. It must have a target. It must have a goal. Because your legs could take you to somewhere where you could get killed. Your legs could take you somewhere to where you could get into a big problem, and right now the world is going so crazy, and you don't want to be caught up in any kind of mess that is actually going to add to this craziness and completely destroy your life. So having an opportunity to be alive is beautiful, is great, but then the only way you're going to be able to survive is to learn that not only are your private parts, your vaginas or your dicks or whatever are clean, or are the most important things to keep clean, there are also parts of your body that you take for granted that also need you to focus on them. They need cleansing right from the inside. So these are the things you need to really, really think about. These are the things that you have to work towards, because if you do not learn to do these things, then you end up finding yourself in problems. First of all, if you have a stinking private part, nobody will want to have sex with you or even sit anywhere close to you, because like some people say, oh, this woman, she smells like fish. And not because she has eaten a lot of fish. You can eat a lot of fish and still smell amazing, but because she doesn't know how to take good care of herself. And you don't need a lot of money to do that. All you do need is to eat the right things at the right time. A little cleansing here and there is not bad, so you don't have to spend so much to do that. And men say, oh, men don't smell. That's not true. Men smell. If you don't keep your your dick's clean, it's going to be smelling, and your pre-cum or your cum is going to stink so bad you have no idea. And some girls don't even want to have sex with you again, not because it wasn't fun, but because at the end of the sex, the smell that came out from your pre-cum or your cum was very disgusting. So you need to know that you can't just be careless because you're a man. You also need to take care of yourself. Also, come on, men, what's happening with the armpits? A lot of you don't like to shave your armpits. You leave it hairy. You think that makes you feel so macho? No, that's kind of dirty, you know, because when you sweat, then it stinks. And there are still some women that do that. They leave their armpits all head up and they're like, oh, I don't like to shave, I feel more comfortable like this. No, you don't feel more comfortable like this. You will start to smell when you walk out under the sun or you're doing anything vigorous, even if it's winter and you're wearing warm clothing, and you know sometimes it's so cold that you're so warm and you start to sweat inside, you would smell. So come on, pick up that razor, pick up that shaving cream and take out that hair. It's not pretty, it's not nice. You need to be clean. And if at all you're dealing with any form of like odor, I think that you can use lemon or lime just to, you know, you can just scrub underneath your armpits, like almost like 3 or 4 times a week. You can do that. Scrub it with salt or with sugar. Don't do it immediately you shave. You're going to burn. Don't do it, you hurt yourself. But you can, after you've shaved, maybe give it a day or 2, then you can use lemon or lime to scrub underneath your armpit. It's going to get rid of that stubborn odor and it will help you to start smelling fresh. And you know what, it will even lighten the skin underneath your armpit or on your armpits, and then it becomes brighter and it becomes cleaner. So you don't have to sit down and say, no, I don't want to shave. That's very, very dirty. Also, some people say, oh, I don't like to shave my vagina or my dick. Oh, come on, what's going on with that? And then tomorrow, if your partner doesn't find you attractive, it's a problem for you, huh? So you need to at least, if you don't want to shave everything off, you must learn to trim it down at a very, very, very reasonable cut. Like make it low and make it clean. Like there are some areas on the vagina that if you take off the hair completely, it will still look nice. So or maybe men too, they leave their balls very hairy and it's very disgusting, you know, and they think that because they are men, women find that attractive. No, we don't. So please just work towards keeping yourself clean. You know, it's an effort, it's a sacrifice you have to make, and it doesn't really cost much. It doesn't even cost you anything at all. It's like close to nothing. How much is it to buy a plain yogurt? How much is it to buy dates here and there? How much is it to buy walnuts? How much is it to buy a pineapple or a watermelon or whatever? How much is it? It's not that difficult. So you don't really have to have enough money to go to the supermarket and buy fem wash of like tons of money to be able to feel confident. You can actually be clean and without spending that kind of money. So well, I hope I was able to help you out with, you know, some of the struggles some people have with trying to get rid of body odor and keeping their bodies clean and their minds, and you know, with the whole confusion of where to go to and how to start up, you know, with everything that is happening. But to me, I feel that this is the best way to start. You start with yourself, and then when you start from the inside, whatever you do with your hands, whatever you start to do outside of that, it begins to, you know, it becomes successful. So well, I hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, bye.